Good morning, beautiful people, lovely souls, and delicious beings. So, sometimes you have got to move your location, right? So, this is the third location that I have this morning to be able to get to you. And did I stop? No. I sighed inside, outside, upside, and finally I went, you know what? Why don't I just use the phone? What a concept. So there's always a way to get to where you're going to find, you can always find a way. You know, if you think about it, if you think about the old explorers, now there's a story about someone who was looking for the west coast of something. And they got within 12 miles and stopped. Now, they didn't know they were only 12 miles from what their goal was, but they stopped. So this is like never stop. It doesn't matter how many tries you have to do it, but don't stop. When that happens, first of all, I'm really excited because I figured out how to do it. I didn't know how, and don't let not knowing how stop you. Let not knowing how create a fire of inquisitiveness in you, curiosity, and cultivate your curiosity, because that is your constant companion. People come, people go, events come, they're over. You know, I wrote a thing about sex and alcohol and overstimulation. Well, they all, except for the overstimulation, they stop. You know, the sex is over, the alcohol wears off, or it makes you sick. And so how do you keep going, and why? So finding out why you're doing something. For me, life is a practice, okay? I think about there's no final ball game that I'm going to go to, and I got to be the batter up. And so that is not happening. So every day I get to experiment with all kinds of amazing new things. I get to experiment with locations. I get to experiment with color. I get to experiment with my level of energy. And it's a beautiful thing. So when you're doing this, when you are seeking a solution, always seek a solution. It doesn't matter if you're seeking a solution to what kind of coffee are you going to have. This morning I'm having Italian and not my usual cup. So here's the thing. When we get attached to things, when we get attached to anything, there's a silver cord, and that silver cord keeps us connected. The Toltecs and Don Miguel Ruiz introduced to me an idea that at the end of the day, you go back through the whole day. It's called recapitulation. So you recapitulate and you cut the cords from all of the things that you did, all of the people that you met, all of the engagements that you have. So all of your energy comes back to you. All of that energy, whether it's an event, pardon me, or whether it's a person, goes back to them. So then you feel complete and whole, and not like your energy is leaking out somewhere. So perseverance also is used for that. So this morning I persevered until I figured out a way. And this is kind of what we're all doing, right? Especially at a tumultuous time like this, where our values are up for who am I? What do I value? Is this good enough, or can I do something more? So first of all, be bold, be determined, and really just don't give up. If I had given up, I wouldn't be here in front of you lending you my thoughts and ideas, my tried and true ways of doing something that worked for me. And, who knows, maybe they'll work for you as well. And if they don't, if what someone else says works for them and then they don't work for you. And that's weird. I just went really fuzzy, so I'm not sure what happened there. So if it gets fuzzy and it's not for you, wait for some clarity. And did you see how, just as even I was talking about that, I don't know if it happened for you, but my picture got clear. Clarity really helps when you're wanting to manifest something. Getting clear is a really useful step. Let's say you want to manifest a car, okay? Because this is simple and easy, way easier than manifesting a partner. So you want to manifest a car, but you don't know anything about the color or the style or whether you want it to use a lot of gas or little gas, whether you want a big one, a little one. You don't know this. You go out to the car lot or to anywhere, and you're looking around. You might see a car that resonates with you. It's the right color. It's the right style. Then you have a clue. And when you do this thing where you get a clue and you start to flesh out, you have a vision, car, but that's all. Wheels, engine, stuff, metal. But that's as much as you know. Then you begin to think about, how do I want to feel? Always go to the feeling. So today I wanted to feel like I could connect. So I didn't give up. I envisioned being able to sit somewhere where it was the right temperature for me, where the lighting was pretty good, and where I could reach out. So that determination took me to, I think this is the 4th spot. So I could have given up. I could have gone, oh, that's good enough. I tried. And usually I tried comes with failure. So I'm going to try to pick up my coffee cup. Oh, so, and play with these things in your mind and then do them in the physical world. It's the physical world that will allow you to concretize it. Hey, Anita. Hey, Tara. Thanks, you guys, for hopping on. So I'm talking about never giving up. What I said so far is that this morning I've been in 3 or 4 locations looking for a way to reach out and looking for the right location where I could have connection. So I found it. It took 4 goes. And connecting with a little feral kitty in the middle of it all, because when you connect with someone or something, and it's anchoring you, then you have the perseverance and tenacity to continue. So sometimes it's our spouse, sometimes it's our best friend. This morning it just happened to be this feral kitty, and I watched the feral kitty eat. It was voracious. Rum, 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 rum. And I realized that taking that moment to offer and then watch the hungriness. We have it ourselves. And when we don't accomplish something, that hunger doesn't get fed. You all know, if you're watching me, that you're here for something more than you're doing. You may be doing great things, like I think I'm doing some pretty cool things, but I know I'm here for more. So be determined. Don't give up. When you can be determined for 10 years. If you decide that you want to do something big, open a charity, buy a house, offer it up as a retreat, pardon me, or any of those kinds of things, then what I'm going to say to you is it takes you being determined. It takes you being bold. For me, being bold is part of my nature, but I have to cultivate it to keep on going. Because my reach and the gifts that the universe, God, Goddess, the big chicken in the sky gave me, they're not supposed to be just for me. They're supposed to be for feral kitties and for enlightened spiritual warriors, for shaman weaver people. They're supposed to be for all of us. So, persevere until you get your gifts across. And it doesn't matter. 22 years ago, I quit my day job. Oh, in just a few days, actually, in August. So 22 years later, I've recrafted, reskilled, up-leveled a couple of times, but I'm not stopped. And as a matter of fact, I'm never going to stop. So I invite you to join me. Um, Check it out. If you're not one of my enlightened spiritual warriors, but I think you probably are, because I'm hoping that that's where I got to. Sometimes, here's the other thing. The universe will play a trick on you, right? The universe will, you'll think you're one place, and lo and behold, you're in another. So years ago, I was becoming an intern, and for dance movement therapy, because I have a master's degree in dance movement therapy. So I can see in your body where things are stuck, where they're held, and where you could use some freedom. I also know that moving our bodies in a certain way brings memories up to be released. So I was studying dance movement therapy. Now, I decided that in 5 years I was going to get a master's degree. Everybody around me was like, you can't do that. It takes 4 years to get an undergrad degree and at least 2 for a master's, and then you have to write your theses and blah, blah. And I was like, well, okay, that's nice, but I'm getting a master's degree in 4 years. And that's exactly what I did. So you can, actually it was 5 years, sorry, fib. But you can do these things. Nobody can tell you you can't. They told me that, I said, I'm going to buy a house. There's going to be no closing costs, and there's going to be no amount of money going down. And everyone was like, you can't do that. I said, I think I can. And you know what? I did. I bought a house, no closing costs, no money down. And it was, I think it was my first house. When you decide you can do something, it doesn't matter what other people say or what the universe appears to tell you. You've got your eye set on something and you're going to get it. No, and as long as no one is harmed, no one was harmed in me getting this house. As a matter of fact, I inspired people. So when you're bold, when you're determined, and when you never give up, no matter what, you're going to be successful. So there you go, because you have defined success for yourself. So, bliss everybody. Happy Thursday morning, and have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. Infuse it with love and energy, and find one thing that you can focus on and bring into completion today. That practice of just one thing, like me being determined enough to keep on running around and being able to get on my Facebook Live because I'm determined. I set it up. So this is the beauty of being a soul, S-O-U-L, entrepreneur. I decide what times I'm going to be available, how I'm going to show up, and where I'm going to show up. But now, being determined, I couldn't get on the laptop. The little wheel is still going around and around, but that didn't stop me. I have another device. And not only do I have another device, that's true too. But not only do I have another device, but people around me also have that. So I haven't never done Facebook Live on my phone before. There's these little messages down here, and they say, bring them on camera. Well, I don't know if you want to be on camera, so I'm not going to do that right now. But what I am going to do is I'm going to take my determination and I'm going to find out what the heck that means, so that next time I need to use my phone and it says bring you on camera, that I'll be able to do that. And as I learn and grow, I pass it along to you. So determination serves you really well. Never give up. No matter how many goes you gotta give. It's a beautiful thing. And think about it. when you have something in mind and you're that resonance. So what we're doing by being determined and by being bold is we're resonating at the same resonance that we want. So let's go back to the car. Okay, so we know we want a car, wheels, engine, metal stuff to sit in. But that's as much as we know. Now, we could come home with all kinds of things that match that description. But as soon as you start looking, that looking begins to draw towards you that which you resonate with. So if you don't have what you want, it's most likely because you're not in resonance with it. So I'm totally in resonance with running around, attempting and accomplishing getting online when I say I will, because it's important to me. Commit to yourself first, and then everybody else benefits. So that's the beauty of being in alignment, first of all, with yourself. So get to know yourself. And if you want some assistance with doing that, you can hop on and get a consultation with me, 20 minutes. We'll figure it out. We'll laugh. We'll have fun. We'll sort you out. And who knows, get you in the right direction. So if that sounds beautiful to you, hop on. Look for my amazing summer special, because I want you to get out of your cubby by fall at the latest. So if I can help you with that, and I know I can because I've done it, and I'm out 22 years. So I think that says something. And look, I'm loving and laughing and playful and happy. Can you say that? I hope so. I really hope so. And regardless, hop on, find out about shamanic shape-shifting, because it changed my life. It can change yours. Bliss, everybody. Bye. Thanks for hopping on.